And just coming to a comfortable seat to begin. You're welcome to sit on a prop if you'd like. Elevate the hips, lengthen the spine, and begin to feel the lower body root down. Arriving in this moment in your practice. Noticing any sensations that stand out to you. Slide the palms over the thighs or knees, face down to let something go or face up to receive. You can have one palm down and one open if you like. Slightly shrug the shoulders back, a little bit of lift of the heart, proud heart. And begin to notice the breath in the body. Just feeling the air move through you without changing it, observing. And noticing how you're breathing, if you're breathing through the nose, combination of nose and mouth, or just mouth. However feels best in your body today, take a deep inhale, fill up. And deep open mouth, audible exhale, making that ha sound. Once more, inhale, fill up. And open mouth, audible exhale. We'll inhale, send palms up overhead, palms touch. And exhale, draw your hands into heart center. I invite you to set an intention for today's practice, and perhaps you further explore what you're grateful for with quarantine being the focus, things you're grateful during this time. And maybe one thing you want to let go of. And it perhaps comes to you in the practice, just noticing, not hyperfixating on anything. And wrapping up our thoughts, send your hands up overhead on the next inhale, reach up. Then exhale, let the hands land back in the lap, over the thighs. We're gonna flutter the eyelids open if they're shut. We're gonna take some little torso circles here and slowly rock forward, moving clockwise, anchor the hips. You don't have to lean very deep, but beginning to wake up the low back, the core. Even the shoulders can get some action here. You can bring hands out to your sides. And switching directions. And if you begin to feel dizzy, staying upright is absolutely welcome. Little micro circles or big circles, up to you. And coming to stillness, send the arms out wide, palms up. Make circles with palms to the ceiling or sky. Big circles, and gradually let them get smaller. Flip the palms, switch directions, and let the circles go from small to big, just lubricating the shoulders here. A little bit of heat building energy. Gently reach the hands up overhead. Place your right palm over your left elbow. Let the left palm slide down the left shoulder blade. Press the elbow back behind you, or just a little nudge behind you, not super far. And here, feel the upper arm begin to stretch. You can also draw the elbow towards your head and get a little side body stretching here. Arc your body over to the right, anchor the left hip down. And you can gaze towards the left. Maybe fixate your gaze on something that's not moving to keep you from leaning really far forward or back, keeping that long spine. And inhale, come up. Draw the hands in front of you, keeping the hand on the elbow. So you frame your face with a little box. Slide that left hand across the chest. Squeeze the right forearm against the left forearm. So left arm's across your chest, right forearm squeezes left forearm, gaze over the left shoulder. Little shoulder opener here. And then gently, we'll switch sides, send the right elbow up with left palm over right elbow, framing your face. Right palm comes down to the right shoulder blade. Nudge that elbow slightly back, maybe towards the head or away. And feeling that sensation on the upper arm, right side. Option to take that side bend, anchor the right hip and arc over to the left. Find something to look at that's not moving, keeping that long spine, maybe looking up at your elbow. And gently framing the face, bring palm to elbow stays there, but bring the hands in front of you. Right arm slides across the chest, so the right arm comes past the left shoulder, left forearm squeezes the right forearm, and your right bicep will be against your chest. Gaze over the right shoulder. And gently release the hands down here. We'll drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Feel elongation on the left side of the neck. Send that left hand out to the side. Maybe you stay right here, or you send the left hand behind you at the low back. Right hand can hold the left forearm, maybe opposite forearms and opposite hands. And relaxing the jaw. Letting that right ear fall closer to the right shoulder without force. Relax the left hand, send the right palm up overhead, place it just above the left ear, guiding that right ear closer to the shoulder, really focusing on the sensation on the left side of the neck. Maybe it radiates all the way down to the fingertips. On your next inhale, press your head into your hand, come upright. Release your right palm, and we'll find a slow no motion, looking left. And slowly guiding the face forward, looking right. Drawing your face back to center, draw your chin into your chest, find some yes motions. Chin into the chest, and then inhaling, chin to sky. And with the chin up, you can roll out the skull, little half circles, base of the skull down, chin up. Little grindy, little snap, crackles, and pops here. Move with care. Feel free to linger at any angle that really feels interesting or good to you. About 10 more seconds here, and we'll make our way to the other side. So really let yourself release any tension that you're building up here that maybe you weren't aware of. And slowly drop your left ear to the left shoulder. Perhaps you hang out just as you are, or send that right hand out to the side, creating that anchor to keep a tall spine. And once more, relaxing the jaw. We tend to clench the jaw when the neck leans over. And the neck can be so tight, we begin to clench in other parts of the body. Notice if you're doing so. And maybe imagine the breath moving to the spaces where there may be clenching or tight sensation. Relaxing the right hand, we'll send the left hand up overhead, place it just above the right ear, guide that left ear closer to the left shoulder. Feeling the stretch deepen, noticing if one side is tighter than the other, and how that changes dramatically day to day. On your next inhale, press your head into your hand, come upright, release the left palm. We'll find that slow, steady no once more, looking over one shoulder, intuitive in your decision, and then guiding the gaze to the other shoulder. Drop your chin into your chest, roll it out with the chin down. little half circles. And as you feel ready, we'll make 2 full big circles. So moving as slow as you like. Really letting yourself relax, unwind, release that built up stress we carry so commonly in the neck and shoulders. And notice how your mood can shift right away into some ease and peace when we do this. And if you feel anger, maybe you're just releasing any anger or built up emotion, not running from any emotions that come up, just acknowledging. And gently coming upright to stillness, reach the hands up overhead. And then exhale, plant the palms in front of you, press yourself up into a tabletop. So all fours, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, spread the fingers wide. If there's any pain in the knees, feel free to roll your mat up into layers or throw a blanket underneath the knees, giving a little extra cushion. We'll take some traditional cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. And exhale, cat, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really press the ground away from you. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Feel free to explore movement in the hands, flipping fingers towards the knees or any direction. And continue moving, maybe adding your own twist to it, little circles. Maybe flipping the palms up to the skies, massaging the hand one at a time. It's really nice if you have a lot of time at a computer. And know you can always come up to fists if there's a lot of pain in the hands, the wrists. This will take the pressure out of the hands. And gently bring both palms down. Inhale, send the right hand high, reach up. And then exhale, thread the needle, right arm swims under the left, right ear, right shoulder come down, spider crawl the fingertips of left hand to the top left corner of the mat, press your hips back. If you want a little more, send the left ball of the foot to the back of the mat. So the left foot reaches long and then comes under the ball of the foot, heel up. Feel it in the core here. If you want even more, send that left foot off your mat to the left side sole. The foot seals completely down to the ground or towards it. It might not seal completely right away, just depending how tight your calf is. If the legs extended, gently draw that left leg back to meet the right, keeping the hip width distance. If the palms extended, slide it back by your face, press left hand into the ground, inhale, right hand reaches high. And then exhale, lower that right palm, get a few wiggles out, even out your stance, strong foundation. Shift the weight into the right palm, inhale, left hand goes high, reach up. And then exhaling, thread the needle, left arm swims under the right, left ear, left shoulder come down, press the hips back. Spider crawl, right fingertips to the top of the mat. And breathe. Option to send that right foot to the back of the mat, coming up under the ball of the foot, heel in the air. Adding on, you're welcome to send that right foot even further off the mat to the right, seal the sole of the foot down, toes pointing slightly away. And gently, if you extended the leg, draw it back to meet the left. So sliding the knee down, shifting the toes back, keeping the distance between the knees to fist width. And if the palms extended, slide it back by your face, press the right hand into the ground, inhale, left hand reaches up. And exhale, lower that left palm. Walk your hands forward for puppy pose. Hands can come to blocks. Think long, long in the arms, like longer than you think you can reach. Keep reaching, and then let the head and the heart, belly melt down, hips over the knees. Forehead could come to a block or pillow. Opening, deep opening of the heart, shoulders. Maybe the forehead comes down or stays lifted. Maybe the chin comes down. One day the chest will touch and then the chin will touch. And slowly roll forward into Sphinx Pose. Lower the belly, draw the heart forward. Arms are like a number 11. You can keep hands on blocks or you can lower off of them one arm at a time. Elbows under the shoulders, broaden the collarbone, roll the shoulders back, press through the tops of your feet, feel the kneecaps lift off of your mat. Navel just above the mat. And gently lower down. We're gonna drop the right ear to keep your arms cactused around your face. So slide the arms off of the mat. And we're gonna bend into the left knee. Send the right arm out to a T, so straight out. Left palm by your chest, and that left leg up and over. Left foot plants behind the right leg. Draw your heart forward. Option to send left hand up and over, landing at the low back. Perhaps fingers interlace. And if they interlace, draw that heart forward even more. So the low back release. A little bit of release in the psoas, lengthen the abdominal, long spine, shoulders, the neck release. Press that left knee away from you. And slowly unwind, send that left hand up and over, roll back onto the belly, switching sides, left arm out to a T, right hand by your chest, bend into the right knee. As you feel ready, send that right leg up and over, right foot lands behind the left leg or maybe on a prop like a block or a box. Feel that low back release, neck release, abdominals. So same, different side. Notice how different it feels side to side. Press the right knee away from you. Maybe that hand comes up and over, lands at the low back. You interlaced fingers on the last side. I invite you to do so on this side. And gently roll back over to the belly, unwind, unravel. And press yourself up and back into child's pose. So keeping knees grounded, you can have toes tucked or untucked. Send the belly over the thighs, knees together. Slide the hands forward. Maybe there's a prop underneath the head or the torso. Keeping a long spine. Spread the fingers wide. If there's any tension in the shoulders, you can draw the shoulders a little bit back or slide the palms by your feet for embryo. And if you slide them by your feet, untuck the toes. If they're tucked, let the heels meet the hips. So hips will come down. And letting the shoulders relax here, letting the low back release. And you're always welcome to take child's pose on your back with forearms around your shins. And gently, if the arms are by your feet, slide the hands forward. We'll all press ourselves up to sitting on our shins. Slide the right leg long, sole of the left foot will come to the right inner thigh. We'll inhale, reach up, and then exhale, twist over, so facing the lengthened leg, and then fold forward over the leg. You can keep a deep bend in the knee, just feeling in the low back as you hinge at the hips in your fold, where your edge is, and then maybe you bend in the knee, relax your head on the knee, or if you go all the way down to the ground, draw your elbows close into your calf, slightly roll that shoulder in. So right shoulder might roll towards in the midline of the body. Feel the low back release. At any height, same benefits. Hamstrings release, glutes release. You can always put palms under the calf, keeping a soft micro bend. Inhaling for length. And then exhale, fold. Or just breathe deeper, not forcing any folding. Inhale, gently rise. We'll take a little twist over the bent knee. And then gently plant the left hand behind the low back. Right arm reaches up, roll over the left shin, press hips up, reach back. And exhale, lower. Once more, we'll inhale, press the hips up, roll over the left shin. And exhale, lower. Slide the left leg long, sole of the right foot to left inner thigh. Inhale, reach up and gently twist to the left. Hinge at the hips, fold forward over the lengthened leg. Remember, you can always have a deep bend or micro bend in the knee. And if you have the bend in the knee, forehead can come to the knee as a resting place, or even keeping the forehead to the knee all the way down to the ground if the leg's flat on the ground. If the leg is flat on the ground, press your heel away from you, flex toes in towards your face. Elbows into the calves or hands stacked under the calf. Inhaling for length, reach the crown of the head towards your foot. And exhale, fold or just breathe. Letting the depth of the fold happen over time. And inhaling, slowly roll up. Right hand plants behind the low back, reach the left hand up in the air, roll forward on the right shin. So hips press up, left arm reaches overhead. Feel that length in the psoas, left side. And exhale, lower down. Once more, inhale, press up, feel those hip flexors. And exhale, lower it down. We'll bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly, drawing the heels towards the pelvis. Hands around the tops of the feet. You can always slide the heels a little further away. And we'll bounce our knees, keeping a little heat here. Little fun. Maybe I'm the only one that loves doing this. And flapping the butterfly wings. Begin to lift the crown of the head high. And slow the flapping, but keeping a nice tall spine here, coming to stillness. And then gently begin to fold. You can bring elbows to the knee creases. So folding with the flat back or a round spine is fine. Either way is available to you. Just feeling what feels best in your body. If you have low back pain, a flat back fold may be most comfortable to you. And rounding the chin into the chest at the end, excuse me, at the end is safe. Letting go of strain in the neck, relax your neck. So you can round your neck or the full spine. And if you're folding flat, it's okay to round the chin, and at the end, it's not going to hurt you. And gently roll on up. Send the heels a little further now away from you. And soles of the feet can be together or apart, about 6 inches, maybe 8 inches apart, up to you. We'll reach up and then slide forearms underneath the calves. So inhale, reach up, create space. Exhale, fold, sliding arms under the calves, hands to the tops of the feet. And if that's not comfortable, you can always put hands on the tops of the feet with forearms on top of the calves. And just use the strength of your arms to draw the chest forward and then fold. Relax your neck. So you can bring soles of the feet together or apart. And maybe forehead comes down to the feet. And feel the low back and the outer hips release, a little bit of inner thigh, glutes. And the weight of the calves on the forearms will allow you to fold deeper. Slowly unravel the arms from under the calves, come up if you are folded. We'll send both legs wide for wide-legged forward fold. You can take a deep bend in the knees to begin, or put some props underneath the knees. If you want to sit on top of a prop under the hips, you're welcome to. And that might make folding a little easier, if not easier in the depth, but easier on the low back if there's any tension in the low back. And here, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Fingertips come down first. Maybe you discover you want something under your head. You can always grab a pillow or a bolster, blocks. If you're not using any of that, you're welcome to stay upright. You can put elbows onto your thighs and interlace fingers, relax your head in here. Or elbows come down to blocks or the ground, interlaced fingers, creating that shelf for the forehead. Or just simply rounding the chin into the chest at any height and discovering if you want to add or take props away. Inhaling for length, crawl the fingers forward. And exhale, fold flat back. Hands can always come to toes or feet, flex the toes in towards your face. And once again, use the strength of your arms to draw the heart forward. And maybe the head comes closer to the ground. Draw the shoulders back. Prevent yourself from collapsing. And slowly roll on up. Draw the legs together, right knee comes in. Give that right shin a squeeze towards the thigh, and then reach your hand between the foot and the thigh. So the foot is one hand width between the thigh. And you'll reach that right arm inside the thigh forward. Swim that right arm around the right thigh. Left arm reaches behind you. Maybe it's at the low back or hands meet. Lift the heart and gently look over the left shoulder. You can keep a bend in the knee of the lengthened leg. And then gently unravel, switching sides, send the right leg long, bend into the left knee. Place your hand between the foot and the thigh. Keep a tall spine. And so left arm reaches forward, swims around that left shin. The hand might be at your hip crease. Right hand reaches behind you. Maybe hands that interlace. Lift the heart. And if you want, you can look over that back shoulder. Keeping that tall spine, noticing how one side might be very different than the other. And then gently releasing, unravel. Send the left foot to meet the right. And we'll everybody take a bend in the knees. So maybe a little micro bend or a deep bend. Reach the hands forward. Maybe they come to calves or to your toes, heels slightly apart or toes together. And coming into a forward fold, you can bring the forehead to the space between the shins or to the knees. Reaching the crown of the head towards your feet and beginning to straighten the legs slowly. You can lift the chest here and lift the hips one at a time. Maybe hands come to big toes and just walk the hips back, just little movements in the hips. And then flex the toes towards your face so much so heels lift off the ground, then pull the chest forward. You can also grab ankles or calves and just practicing contraction of the thighs. And then slowly drawing yourself even more forward. And gently roll on up. We'll gently make our way to our backs. You can plant your feet and lower one vertebrae at a time, moving slow and controlled all the way down. Draw your shins into your chest once you make it all the way down. Wrapping forearms over the shins for the child's pose on your back. You can take hands to opposite elbows, shoulders grounded, feel the hips lift. And begin noticing the sensation of the hips actually lowering to the ground. A little soft micro sensation. One day the full spine may be flat to the ground if you practice this consistently. Keeping shoulders grounded might be the hardest part. And pointing, relaxing the feet. And hook big toes with peace fingers or insides of the feet or outsides of the feet with your hands. Open up the legs for happy baby, knees into the armpit, roll along the lumbar spine, side to side. And straighten one leg and then the other. You can always keep a bend in the knees. Option to straighten both legs, thinking that wide-legged forward fold, just in a different orientation of gravity with low back to the ground. Feel your spine long against the floor and how that changes the feeling of the shape for you. If it changes or does it feel essentially the same? Just noticing. And gently shut the knees like a book, lower the feet. Send the left leg long, right knee into the chest. Wind relieving pose. And gently guide the right knee towards the right shoulder. Shoulders are down. Draw the elbows in towards the body. A little bit of compression here. Flex left toes towards your face. Feel the calf on the ground. And right knee coming closer to the shoulder and outside the right rib cage. Slowly guide that shin back to center. Lower the right foot down. Bump your hips to the right, or go ahead and send that right leg up and over for a supine twist. Knowing that bumping the hips is always an option in your twist. It can help to create a little space for your twist. People either love it or hate it. So just choose your variation and let the hands rest at your sides. With the right leg up and over, maybe you put a prop underneath the thigh or the calf. Maybe the leg goes all the way down to the ground. Option to straighten the right leg, and maybe left hand captures the toes. If you want a little more, glide that left heel towards your left glute, keeping the knee low to the ground. Maybe right hand captures left toes. And feel the quad and the hamstring release here. And capturing the feet is just a little add-on if you want more, really letting this twist be from the core. And gently release the feet if you have them captured in either hand, no slingshotting. Glide the heel back so the leg is long if that left heel was in your hand. Gently send that right leg up and over, bump your hips back to center if you bump them. Send the right leg long, draw left knee into the chest. Interlace fingers over the left shin, flex right toes towards your face. And draw elbows in towards the body. Gently pull up on that left knee or thigh, guiding it towards the left shoulder. So just a lot of strength here, flexing the left toes towards the face, pressing or right toes and right heel away from you. Left shin, outside left ribs, and then down towards the shoulder. A little bit of compression here. And gently guide that left shin to center, lower the left foot down. Going into our supine twist other side, you can send that left leg up and over right away, or bump your hips directly to the left, just an inch or two, stacking left hip directly over right. Shoulders stay grounded. Let this twist truly be from the core. Maybe a pillow prop comes under the calf or the thigh on the other side. So if you used a prop on the other side, I invite you to do so on this side. You can always take away or add on. Option to straighten that lengthened leg, the one that came over in the twist. And maybe the hands capture the toes. Notice if the shoulder comes off the ground, gently back off if that's the case. Not compromising our twist. And if you want more, glide that right heel towards the right glute, knee staying low to the ground. Maybe left hand captures the toes. And just breathe. Noticing if you're holding the breath, can you soften in any way? That might mean keeping a bend in the knee or reducing any reach for the toes. You can always put hands on calves or the thighs. And without slingshotting, release the feet if you have them captured in either hand. If the right heel's towards your glute, gently send that leg long down the mat. Slowly send your left leg up and over, planting left foot on the mat. Bump your hips back to center. Draw the right knee to meet the left, so both knees are bent. Lower the low back so it's flush against the ground. Let the knees fall left and right. Windshield wipering side to side. And when the right knee lands on the ground, draw the left heel towards your glute. Lift the right foot, hook it just above the left knee. Press right knee away from you. Figure 4 on your back. And you're welcome to stay here, feeling the hip open. Or interlace fingers behind the left thigh, lifting the left foot off the ground, drawing the thigh towards your body. Press right knee away with the elbow. Option to keep the left knee bent or straighten the leg. Foot flexes towards the ceiling. Imagine you're kicking the ceiling if you do straighten the leg. Flexing toes down towards your face. And bending into that left knee as you desire, pulling the thigh even closer into the chest. Really feeling that hip and glute fire up here. Unhinge any clenching, so relax the jaw. Let the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. And releasing the left foot down to the ground. Keep right foot in contact with the left thigh. Option to take a twist here, letting legs fall to the left. Sole of the right foot comes flat to the ground. Wiggle the left foot so that it lays comfortably with the sole of the foot facing the side of this space that you're in. And you can still press the right knee away from you here. Slowly roll over the edge of the left foot. So sole of the left foot comes flat to the ground and right knee pops up in the air. Left knee pops up in the air. Lower the right foot down. Glide that right heel towards the right glute. Hook left ankle just above right knee, so over the thigh. And let the left knee press away from you. Maybe you stay here or guide that right thigh in towards your chest. Interlace fingers behind the thigh if you want a little more. Left elbow presses into the left knee crease. And maybe you straighten that right leg, flexing toes towards your face. Imagine you're stamping your foot on the ceiling. You can make some ankle circles. And slowly guiding the thigh closer to the body. Maybe bending into the knee. And slowly lowering that right foot down to the ground. And an option to take a twist, letting the legs fall to the right, sending the sole of the left foot flat to the ground, right foot coming onto its side, sole of the right foot facing the left side of your space. Press the left knee away from you. And continuing to feel the hip and the side body release here, still twisting from the core. Working those hip flexors today. And slowly, as you feel ready, roll over the edge of the right foot towards the left. So sole of the right foot flattens to the mat, left knee pops up, and then right knee pops up. Lower the left foot to meet the right. Windshield wiper the legs one more time. Let the knees fall left and right, side to side. And then gently draw the knees together, step the feet wide to the outer edges of your mat. They could even come off the mat. Let the knees fall in like a little tent, low back to the ground. Release the hands, let them lay at your side. And feeling the low back release here. And then slowly walk the toes back in together. Make two fists between the thighs or the knees. Knees tracking forward, toes tracking forward. You might send the heels a little closer to your glutes. And we'll take bridge pose. And we'll do 3 rounds today. Option to take a supported bridge. You'll take a block under the sacrum, fleshy part, top of your butt. You'll lift your pelvis on the inhale to place the block there, and then lay little to no weight in your neck. And if you're not using a block, you're still lifting on the inhale, making sure that that low back is sealed to the ground. You might tilt your pelvis forward and back a few times. And when you feel that low back is sealed to the ground, inhale, press the hips up. Little to no weight in the neck. Strong core, knees do not splay out wide, squeeze the inner thighs. You can also put a block or pillow in between the thighs to help keep your knees in place. Option to interlace the fingers, walking one shoulder under and then the other, lowering at any time on your exhale, one vertebrae at a time. So lowering slow and controlled, protecting your spine as you feel ready. And in between rounds, tilt your pelvis forward and back a few times. Gather your breath. As you feel ready, take your second round. If you're taking a supported variation, feel free to stay where you are the entire time. And inhaling, press your hips up, feel that strong core. Maybe you flip the palms, trusting the strength in your body. And slowly lower down. Tilt the pelvis a few times forward and back. And as you're ready, take your last round, inhaling to press up. And staying through the exhale, breathing like you, strong and confident. Smooth breaths here, maybe washing the hands forward and back. You can make fists here. And when you reach back, let the fists reach behind you. So knuckles reach behind you. Inhaling, roll the fists down. Exhale, roll fists behind you. So just playing with movement of the fists. And then gently lower the palms and then lower the spine one vertebrae at a time. Make your way down. If you're on the block, gently remove it and lower down. Draw your knees together, step the feet out wide, make that tent once more. Feel the low back release. Option to take windshield wiper knees, let the knees fall left and right if you would rather, if you're craving movement as opposed to stillness. And we'll gently make our way into our final resting shape. Options are really yours. So if you want a traditional Shavasana, send the legs long, arms long at your side, maximize the length in the body. You can always put props under the knees or the torso. If you're near a wall, I invite you to take legs up the wall. Low back would be sealed completely to the ground. And booty, hamstrings, calves against the wall. Straight up or legs wide at the wall. And if you want something more awakening, I invite you to come to that meditative, comfortable seat or any other shape of your choosing. Make your way there now. Getting out those last wiggles. Making any last adjustments with props. And settling in. Feel the body grounding heavy into the earth. And simultaneously, the energy within you lighter and brighter. Feel the heels making contact with any surface below you or texture of material. Notice sensation in the feet. Let the feet fully relax. Heels relax. Soles of the feet relax. Toes relax. Tops of the feet relax. Ankles relax. Calves relax. Shins relax. Knees relax. Backs of the knees relax. Hamstrings relax. Quads relax. Hips relax. Groin relax. Glutes relax. Lower abdominal relax. Side body relax. Lower back relax. Full abdominals relax. Mid and upper back relax. Chest relax. Shoulders relax. Upper arms relax. Elbows relax. Forearms relax. Wrists relax. Palms relax. Tops of the hands relax. Fingers relax. Neck relax. Base of the skull relax. Jaw relax. Ears relax. Mouth relax. Nose relax. Eyes relax. Mind relax. Full face relax. Back of the skull relax. Crown of the head relax. Feel your full body in relaxation. And experiencing the heaviness and lightness all at once. Letting go of any energy that no longer serves you. And absorbing this deep rest. The length we've created. Nourishing your body. Take a deep inhale and deep exhale. And acknowledging any thoughts as the mind observes in stillness and quiet. Thoughts come and go like falling leaves. And the body like a tree, strong in its foundation through all seasons. And just noticing anywhere in the body Where there's tension, can you soften just a little more? 1% more. And slowly, if you're ready to move on, wiggle the fingers and the toes. And roll over to one side using your bicep as a pillow or an actual pillow. And you're welcome to stay just where you are. And rolling onto your side, keeping eyes soft or closed. Feel this blood flowing, side body heavy into the ground. Observing sensation through the body, the mind, and the breath. And you're welcome to stay here on your side, or if you're truly moving on, press yourself up with your hands without hurry, coming to that comfortable seat. And find a few movements, allowing yourself to land in your seat. And feeling the lower body root down, and an energetic lift of the heart and crown of the head. Observing any differences from the beginning to now of our practice today. I invite you to send the hands up overhead, bring palms together, and lowering the hands in front of your heart space. Draw your thumbs into the sternum. I invite you to set or revisit any intention that you may have set. And take a moment, perhaps it's exploring what we listed we were grateful for, or exploring the one thing to let go of if anything came up for you in practice. And take a moment, not forcing any thoughts, just letting it flow through your heart. And wrapping up our thoughts. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and sharing yourselves and your words today in community. It is truly an honor to serve you. Together we bow. Namaste.